That's fun.
Anyway, while I'm getting dressed, let's begin the Q&A with any questions geared towards John or that key. Oh, don't be shy.
This is a question that's been asked before, but like, where did you come up with the idea of There Will Be Brawl? Like, how did it start out?
Let me project now, because I'm currently being laced up. The project came about when Zach Grafton, the head writer and co-creator of the project, was playing Melee with some friends leading up to Brawl's release. And they discussed how, when you really think about it, Kirby's a really fucked up character. He eats people, and then wears their skin. So of course the Silence of the Lambs parallels began in this conversation, and they began to have these ideas of, well, what if we were made a series where Kirby was this, you know, Hannibal Lecter character? And then what if everyone else is really messed up? And then we had a meeting at a cafe late one night, and just shot down all the characters in Brawl, how they would fit into a dark, noirish world. And we were like, this would be a great series to make, it'd be a lot of fun. You know, 3 episodes, 5 minutes an episode, it'd be really easy and quick and just hilarious. So now we're looking at a 9-episode arc at about 15 to 20 minutes an episode. The good news is that when the series is finished, we're going to have a feature-length film pretty much done of this project. And depending on how creative we can be with its release, we can hopefully have a DVD available. Not to purchase, but if you are nice enough to donate $10 to the There Will Be Brawl Fund, you'll receive a free gift of a DVD and soundtrack. It's fun to work around the law. But yeah, so that's basically where the series originally stemmed from. Everything else just kind of spread from Kirby. Kirby. Next question. Oh, it doesn't.
Right. Just wondered, if you didn't make Brawl as the started series, what would you have done, or possible ideas to have been done?
If I hadn't done Brawl?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of ideas out there. Some of them may come to fruition one day. We originally began doing short skits for the internet. We've done a couple of cheesy videos and fun video game parody shorts. We have a Fable 2 parody we have on YouTube that a bunch of us made. This is kind of fun. I'm used to this. Tell me if I look good at the end of this. There's a couple ideas. I come from a big video game background, and that was a lot of inspiration I had as far as video game parodies actually getting good attention online was when Street Fighter, the later years, came out on College Humor. And I was like, all right, there actually is an audience for this type of humor. As far as projects we would have done outside of Brawl, I don't know, something with less live action, costume intensive and prosthetic requiring individuals. I told everyone my next web series is going to be 2 people in a room with normal clothes talking for 45 minutes. Because that'll be a lot easier to do. So I don't know what I would have done outside of Brawl. But if I hadn't done it, I wouldn't be here in England wearing a corset dress. So. I'm done. I'm done.
Matt Key. Check
Yes.
out Mercy Miller.
Hey, guys.
Can you see me, Matt? Don't tell anyone.
I'm on email right now, by the way.
That's great. Let you screen cap that. You're a good friend.
I don't even know how to do that on my Mac. I can do that on my PC.
Well, good. All right. So, next up in the queue.
Hi, this is Joanna. What was the hardest costume thing for you to make, and which was your most fun?
Oh, let's see. Making the Peach costume, there's actually a whole group of people who help out with the costumes and the makeup. And when we first started, it was a big rush to get things done. So we all worked on the peach dress together, and that was probably I think that's one of the pieces that we made from scratch. Most of the costumes we found from Salvation Army and kind of put it together and altered it to make it happen. Like the space suit for Pigment.
Olimar from Pigment, yeah. That was a flight suit, I think, at a Army Navy surplus store or something like that.
Because it's a little different from like cosplay, like usual cosplay where you make everything from scratch. Most of the things in Brawl are store-bought and just altered to fit the character. But let's see, the hardest one. I don't know.
Damien.
Which one?
Falcon.
Oh, Falcon. Yeah. Well, I wasn't there for Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
Which is why it was so hard for everyone else.
Yeah, just so you know, Joellen was a costume head, and then suddenly had this wonderful fairy project she began working on, which flew her to Russia and Italy and Germany. But she always seemed to leave for the 2-week period in which we had to make costumes and did makeup and shoot the series. So she'd come back in time to watch the finished product and be like, "That's really cool." And we're like, "Yeah, that was."
During the beginning of the series, I helped out a lot, but thankfully we have a whole group of friends who were.
Yeah, it was only like 2 times, and then she helped tremendously beforehand in between, and right now, thankfully, we have her back, so we're saving this. This is the classic American hospitality.
Matt Key, I'm going to put 2 noses on you next time.
Oh, you bitch.
I'd say the hardest costumes, from my perspective, were the Fox costumes. The Fox, Falcon, and Wolf, because those required a lot of alterations and a lot of accessories and stuff. And for some reason, for those costumes, we became perfectionists. So everything else is like, we're on a budget, we gotta get this done, we'll just put a shirt and we'll paint it blue. You know, it's one of those things. But for those, it's like, okay, we need to put the panels on the shirt, and we have studs on the shirt for the panels. It became an actual cosplay costume, and we finished it, it's like, wow, it looks great. No one will ever see any of that detail in the film.
Yeah.
But I know. And you know, and that's all that matters. Let's go ahead and take the next question.
Alright, I was just wondering, why did you decide to make Luigi the main character?
I have finally found you.
I'll take that because I'm fucking awesome.
What you doing? Yeah.
There you have it. A lot of it had to do with the fact that, well, everyone's used to Mario being the main character and everything, and quite honestly, I was intrigued by Luigi when I began playing Brawl when it came out. Because if you beat the game with Luigi, and you unlock his final Smash trophy and read the description for his creepy little shadow dance he does, the description reads somewhere along the lines of, after living years in his brother's shadow, Luigi finally embraced the umbra darkness that he's been left in, and gives off a sorceress encountered, magic spell that entraps his foes by the power of, basically it's leading up to be an evil character. I'm pretty much guaranteed, in my opinion, that Luigi's going to be a bad guy at some point in the near future. Because I think he just can't take being the second player anymore. So ever since then I was like, Luigi's pretty awesome. I started playing the game and realized he's just the weirdest guy. Like, he's not just like a lamer version of Mario. They made him just like rock like a boat and twitch his nose for no reason. And just like, this guy is weird. And so when we were discussing the series, you're like, well, nobody would really expect Luigi to be the main character. And plus, it would make it more interesting to show his arc as well. And I wanted to see that. So that was mainly the reason. Well, it was the secondary reason. The main reason was because Mackey's fucking awesome. Actually, interesting story. When we were casting this series, we had the hardest time finding a Luigi, and hopefully, I don't think I can put much of the audition reel on the DVD because it might not be good for some people. But literally, we had 2 days straight of open auditions, and we had so many people coming off the street and just do terrible jobs. And we finally cast Mario. Paul Duraso, who plays Mario, came in, and it was fantastic. Kat Steele, who plays Peach, came in, she nailed it. And the most important character